Yo, yo, yo. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? How we doing? What we got? Who we got up in here? Who we got up in here? Nobody? Take a second for all the regulars to come on in. Come on down. We're gonna be raffling off these gloves today, I think. Well, we need a lot more raffles, which is slowed down. Which has slowed. Oh, let me put the chat in too. Let me do that. What's up, Mike? There we go. The call in is there. All right. CJ, what's up, my man? You were the Paul Wall of Hell's Kitchen. I say Paul Wall. He says pow wow. And you say Mark Ass Buster. If I get them, would you? I can. I have a sponsor who'll give them to me. Would you raffle on them, Mike? Because if you'll do it, I'll do it for Army Mike. I'll get those wristbands. Fuck it. What you think? Should we do it? I'll do the wristbands. I got a bunch of gloves. I got these Grant. We got to get this out of the way because I think I'm gonna do the Grant gloves next because that's all you dudes seem to care about are the fucking Grant gloves. You're in? What you think, CJ? Would you want a WBC one of these, but a wristband? Walk around like, yeah, I'm a Marco boxing champion. They're like, who's that? Be like this really good-looking Bulgarian dude. But forget about that. I'm a champion. Now you probably won't say that because then that'll be exponentially. Fruity. And I know you don't want to feel that way. My man, Mike. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get those next. Those are kind of cool. But before that, I got a single Grant glove and I got a fucking pair of Grants. Old school shits. Very, very fucking expensive. Rare. Super rare. You're not feeling it? Not everybody will. Like, I don't think you're feeling this either. Although you did put. I mean, this is still in the fucking package, man. You can't even touch it's fully packaged. OG has a price tag on it. The shit was $75, but that's literally what was that? 15 years ago. 75. Obviously, it's a fucking collector's item now, so it could be worth thousands for all I know. I don't know. Велизар, защо не съм те виждал няколко дена? Какво става? Забрави ме? Не ти пука за Марко? Изобщо? Marco, you were 2 minutes late to meeting Rachel. I've already talked to Rachel Donera numerous times, Mike. Numerous times. I know Rachel personally. I know Nonito. Nonito. Rachel's funny. She's a firecracker. She was a judo champion, I believe, in real life. Yeah, Rachel's cool. It's all good. Not to sound like braggadocious, expialidocious, not to be, wait, what is that? Shackadocious? Braggadocious? But I know most of these people know me, or I know them. I didn't always go out with friends in the evenings. Coupon? We used to call it. You guys still call it that? A coupon? That's how they used to say it. Utivim no coupon. Coupon is a Bulgarian word for like, it used to be, I don't know, he'll tell me if it still is, for like a gang of people just chilling together. I guess like a party, but it could be walking the streets, it could be in somebody's house, just a gang of people hanging out. A coupon, they'd call it. Is it still called that, Belizar? Yeah, she is a veteran. Oh, word? She was in the army? All right. Well, fuck it. Yeah, judo's a pretty cute sport. But if you ask me, I don't like anything you don't use your hands. You must have learned all that shit fighting lions and tigers and shit. What's that from? What movie is that from? What movie is that from? Do you call it a coupon? Jesus Christ. Answer the question. Please. Is that what it's still called? Thank you, CJ. Hi, sweetheart. Where are you going? I'm on the live now, baby. What do you need? All right, I'll do it quick. What is this? Careful, don't, no. You could look, but don't show yourself, Mom. You'll get pissed. There you go, baby.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
Sorry. That's my sweet baby cakes. She gets embarrassed. I'll call her that. Sorry, that's my daughter. I'm sorry. Sorry, baby. She's super cute. Yeah, Coming to America is correct. He was so rude with his fucking soul glow. You probably learned all that fighting lions and tigers and shit in Africa. Oh, soccer. Yeah, that's a cute sport. Thanks, Mike. I mean, she's like... I feel bad because I'm harder on my son. I'm not like hard on, but I'm harder. Like with her, she could do whatever she wants. I mean, I don't let her talk to me crazy. Like still gotta have manners. Like I don't play that shit. I'm not one of those. Like you ever see those like white parents? It's in like it's usually white parents because black parents and they don't play that shit where the kids are like having tantrums and slapping their kids in the face and the parents taking the shots like just use your words, little Billy. You gotta use your words. They're fucking taking uppercuts. I don't play that shit. But Daryl still got with the younger sister silver medal. She was horny as shit. She was kind of that kind of body to me, too skinny. I'm not into that. Anthony Joshua retired? I don't believe it. Prove it. Prove it. Ležiš, Tima ležiš. Как можешь ты лежишь така? Как може да лежиш? Как можеш? Как може да лежиш така? Ah. Puh. That's what my grandmother used to do, my Bulgarian grandmother. When she'd get annoyed, she's like, to je gaden. Puh. Такъв човек. Puh. She would spit at the floor. That's like an old Bulgarian thing. Did your grandmother ever do that, Velizar? Or probably for you, would be your great-grandmother? Great-great-grandmother? You're so young. You're young enough to be my kid. So that'd be your great-great-grandmother. Yeah, Ian. What's up, blood? Nah, I heard Joshua wants to fight. Jared Anderson? I guess. Yeah, Anthony Joshua. Who do you think? What other Joshua is there? Yayan has the comprehension skills of a slab of beef. Fucking guy. He's just mad because his squad got spanked up last night. That's why he's mad. I know. I'm mad because they beat me. What up, Eric? What up, Eric? Eric, you never told me. Are you black or are you Hispanic? Because that's Eric Gomez or Gomes. I don't know what that is. You probably did tell me. I just forgot. That's Gomez, right? It's not Gomes. Hitchens should have hollered at Teofimo instead of calling out Dev. Hitchens should have hollered at Teofimo. Why? Devin's the undefeated one. And the easier fight, let's be honest. Told Yayan not to celebrate too early. He's wiling out. I'm not usually the one to blame the refs. But holy smokes. Yayan sounds like a white guy from Nebraska. Holy smokes. You cannot touch the Thunder's players at all. No, it's called hitting 3 balls in your fucking faces and squeezing you up tight with that vice grip D. That's what it was called. Pacers in 7. Yeah, okay. Boxing she go. What's that mean? What's up, Mo? I saw you in TBV earlier saying something in the chat. I didn't really read what it was, but you don't watch ball. They don't even shoot threes. Like, what you mean? I watched the game. Well, I watched the highlight, but I watched the highlights of the game last night. SGA just shitting on your whole squad. That fucking, what's the big dude with the African last name? He looks African too. Good defender, but could also hit threes. He was getting open. But your boy Halliburton took a big fat shit in the bed. Yayin, don't blame the refs or mess with white women till he does. Oh, shit. I don't fuck white women. I mean, I just left a sorority party where I trained all of them, but I usually don't do that. What up, Tone? What you mean Shy doesn't be hooping like that? He's a league leader in scoring. You drunk? This guy's Seacom. Yeah, him. I think Hitchens can beat Dev or Tio. He can. He won't. Maybe Devin. I don't think he could beat Tio. OKC in 6. Yeah. Word. No white women for you? Yeah, okay. You moved out here in New York City, you would have these white girls would have you fucking sprung like a mattress. I can't talk ball with casuals. Come on, man. I'm only a casual in terms of, like, I don't know all the players because I took like 10 years off, but I've been watching basketball when you were still swimming around in your daddy's nuts. Get out of here. Marco dropping NBA knowledge. OKC might be the next dynasty. Psh, come on, Bob knows. Hear these guys, Bob? Bob, you and me were watching the Celtics, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, the late stages of Kareem and James Worthy, and then MJ. This dude was still doing backstrokes in his daddy's jizz tank. Get out of here. Get out of here. Hitchens loses to both Dev and Tio. A class for over B class. They're just better. Wasn't OKC the best team in the league this year too? You guys did well. I mean, you were number 6, right? You fucking beat us. You should enough. So be happy with that. Now they could still win though. No, they could. Let's be real. Indiana could still win. They got the defense and the skills to still beat these guys. It's not looking good now, but I would say 60-40 OKC. I don't think it's a huge. Yeah, I will be filming some white girl TikToks on some hipster rooftop bar. Yeah, he would. Yeah, I would hang out with him. Oh my God, you're from Indiana? Yeah, you know what I'm saying, baby. He'd be on his smooth shit. What's up, Anthony? Hello, Alberto. OKC doing what Durant, Harden, and Westbrook should have done. Truths. Sam Presti been on an amazing GM. Drafted KD, Russ, Harden. Traded for Shy. Okay, so what? Don't you ever wish you had a job like that? Picture how much fun that would be to be like a GM or a fucking working for these teams. That'd be so dope. Like, you're paid out the rectum, you're traveling with them, you're having fun. That's what I want to do with boxing. I want to be commentating, going to all the fights, knowing everybody, people recognizing me, but only I want to be recognized, right? But only in boxing circles. I don't want to be walking down the street. I've been around that shit, like with Shane's family. I've seen when you're globally famous. It is not, fuck what you guys thought. It's not what you want to do. Trust me. I want to be recognized and respected in my field, in my craft. Nothing further. I want to be able to go have dinner and not have somebody be like, that's annoying. Let's not go for Sam Presti even. It was younger team. Okay. None of the players bangs your wife. Thank you. That's true, but why are you saying that? Harden never won a title, huh? Isn't he mad old at this point? I remember him playing. He must be in his damn near 40 or in his 40s. Let me see. How old is James Harden? James Harden age 35. Oh wow. Yeah, that's about right. So he probably came to the league at like 1920. That's when I remember him. Fucking 15 years ago. Yeah, he's 35. Commentating on ESPN Friday night. They don't do they still do Friday night fights? Yayan? Here, you know what I'm doing, guys? Here's what I'm doing. I'm literally in the process of making. Tell me what you guys think. There's two things I actually want to talk to you guys about. First thing, I'm gonna make a video to push to ESPN, my contacts over there, and say, yo, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna call it Legendary Breakdowns. All right, Legendary Breakdown. ESPN. I'm gonna graphic it. I'm gonna do a full mock-up. I'm gonna put the ESPN logo and put Legendary Breakdowns behind me, right? I'm going to take the Hagler-Hearns fight, the 3 or 4 rounds of fireworks, and I'm going to lay a track before it about the build-up, the hype, talk about all the points that I found interesting, talk about it before it, talk about the fight itself, break down the mechanics, show it, and then talk about afterwards. So it'll be my version, the Marco Boxing ESPN classic breakdowns about the classic fights. What do you guys think? You gonna be interesting? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna see how it looks. I would commentate for anybody. Yeah, and I've already hit up Paulie Malignaggi, who I know personally. I'm like, yo, hook me up. He doesn't respond though. What's up, Clarissa? All right, you're gonna go hoop. Where's that bag work you were gonna send me? You never sent me the bag work. So what do you guys think about first the classic breakdowns? First one. Only Eric said it's good. Nobody else loves me. On point. Marco, I see another guy named Marco Boxing on IG. Nah, I know you didn't. I don't believe it. It's not with a K, I bet. Love the idea? Okay. All right, so second thing I want to do. I did another rhyming one, Clarissa. You didn't see the rhyming one I did with Floyd? Did you see it? Because I'll put it in the link if you haven't seen that one. That one did okay. It's at like 30,000 views. My views have dropped the last like month. Good idea. Thank you. Yeah, Clarissa, tell me if you saw my Floyd one. I dropped that like 2 days ago. Second idea. I thought about doing a tutorial. Not a tutorial, but what did he call it? A course. A course on how to punch hard. So listen to me. First, I show me hitting a bag hard, and then I show me hitting that punch machine, which gives me a lot of credibility because you could just see I fucking hit hard. You see how skinny I am, right? So I want to do a course on how to increase your punching power guaranteed. Put it online, sell it for like whatever, $9, $10, whatever it is, $15, whatever. And it's like a 4 or 5 part course where I break down the mechanics and I could teach. And I know I'm confident I could teach anybody how to hit harder. Do you guys think that would sell? Based on my following I have now too. What do you think? Something little. I'm not talking about $50, $100, nothing crazy, but like a 4 or 5 part course that anybody could take where it'll increase anybody's punching power. How's that sound? Talk to me. They don't like my bag work, but they fucking like when I hit that power machine. That's what really I'll show. Yeah, right? Good idea, Marco. Leveraging your boxing knowledge to get some money. If you can advertise it and engage. I think so. What you guys think? You think the course would be okay? Mo, what do you think? Talk to me, Mo. What do you think? You think the course would be good? Nah, no, literally. Look at the link. What link? I know you don't lie, but I bet you it's not spelled. Oh, it is. Wow. Let's see this fucking guy. Oh, Zupov. See? He's probably Croatian. Oh, Marco boxing coach. Different. Different, but close. That's all good. I got the real name. Hey, man, his name's Marko. It's a Slav. He's probably Croatian. Could be some. That's what I'm thinking. A little course. To punch Albert. Nah, but I'm serious. What you guys think? You guys think that'd be something that people would like? Would you guys like? Let's say you didn't know me. Let's say you didn't come to my room. You didn't know me like the way you do, and you just seen all my videos and you see the course. Would that be something any of you guys would want to try out? He did. Yeah. How much do they do? Mow the yard where you live? Alberto's. Nah, it's all good. He's Marco coach boxing. What are you gonna do? Troy was charging like $10 just to, that's what I'm saying. What's going on? Just got suspended because I was watching you in class. My mom is gonna message you soon. No, she's not. Get out of here. You would try it? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. People like Mamoon, aspiring fighters. Oh, I'll promote it for sure. At the end of every video, at the end. No, that trust me, I gotta leverage my videos, the ones that get all the views. At the end of every video, I'll have to allocate. And now that I get 3 minutes to do a video, it's way easier. Yayan, they used to give me only 1 minute. So every word had to be fucking precisely fine-tuned. I had the chops. Then it was 1.5 minutes, which is still hard, but now it's 3 minutes. So I could absolutely allocate 5 seconds at the end of each video to say, check out my course, teach you how to hit harder. Boom. I'm a guy your age. I don't think it would be for me. Well, yeah, you're my age. Yeah. Peep my last comment. Let's see. I'd buy it. Plus, you have actual fighters in here who could benefit. There you go. I mean, bro, you were trained by Kevin Rooney. Not everyone can say that. I just think, honestly, I think showing me hitting that power machine, and I'll do that. And still, I'll score it in the 900s every time. Well, maybe not every time, but almost every time. There's some times where I gotta get warmed up. Like I'll hit it once, it'll be like 880, 890, 875, and then after I get warmed up, I'm hitting. I'm never walking away from a power machine not scoring in the 900s. Now, if you look at all those power machines, almost nobody hits the 9s. Even the dudes who are jacked and the shit looks like it hits hard, usually doesn't go past the 8s. I do. He doesn't come in here anymore, though. But if he did, I would. I think so. I wish I had a picture with Kevin Rooney. I should try and find one. I'll try to be. I have a video of me and him, but I'll try to be on live for tomorrow's stream too. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Hope he's okay. Yo, you don't think he got locked up, do you? No, he spent a lot of time I don't think he did because he seems like he seems way too smart to make any more dumb mistakes. I hope nothing happened to him. I actually really like him too. Yeah, I know. Nah, I don't think anything happened like that, right? Hopefully nothing bad happened. I'll guarantee. I mean, yeah, I'll guarantee it. Almost. I mean, it's hard to guarantee because not everybody can implement the information you give them, but most people can. You popped in TV last night. Okay, good. Good to know. Boots is gonna fight another journeyman at 154 and an A Stock. Who's he gonna fight, you think, Cliff? Thanks, Mike. I'm trying, man. Negative? Nah, I'm worried. I was worried about his ass. I was worried about him. It's unlike him to not check in at all. Like, remember that guy Trill Savage? You don't think something might happen to him? When dudes just don't even come in at all? It's a video. It's me at. I'll show it to you. It's not. It's a Tuesday Night Fights video, and you see. Hold on. Here it is. I'll show it to you. It's me. It's actually a video from the actual Tuesday Night Fights broadcast. You guys remember those on the USA channel? And one of the fighters that we were living with named Terry Ray, we're all living in the house together, all the Kevin Rooney stable fighters. And after he gets out the ring, you see me outside. Like, I give him a pound or I say hello to him, and Kevin's there. You'll see it briefly, though. That's the only video I have.
Giving him the 2-point win, one going the other way for Williams. I could never figure Ray winning that fight by.
So there's me.
2 points.
I talked to him. He said something to me, and there was Kevin in the beginning. So there's Kevin right there, as you could see him to the left. He's right there to the left. He was Terry Ray's trainer, as he was all our trainers. So there's Kevin there. There he's coming out, and then you see me at the end. That's a 15-year-old me. Look how big I was at 15. I was this height and size at 15. Crazy, right? Crazy. Yep, me with hair. I was 15 there. Legitimately, that was before my birthday. So I was still 15. That was in like September or some shit. My birthday is November. So I was still 15 there. What's up, Joaquin? Sounds like he said Nah, I think I said he should have lost that fight too. That was a fight where the judges gave it to him. I remember being like, oh, I think what I said was like, that was close. Some shit like that. No, for my pro fights, I wasn't with him anymore. Yeah, cool memory. Hercules, I was trying to be like supportive. He just kind of got fucked. He got beat by a journeyman. Well, he'd won, but he really should have lost. No, I just went to all the fights where our stablemates were fighting. That was just a normal thing you did. Like whenever Jeremy or Terry or any of the guys there would fight, we would all go. But I didn't just go by myself. Nah, I only went. But like that's the thing. When you're in the boxing circuit, especially in New York City, one of your friends or stablemates or gym workers or whatever, co-workers in the gym, whatever you want to call them, are always fighting. So you are always going to shit, but it's to support people. Were you cycling on and off? Yes, Clarissa, I was taking steroids at 15. I couldn't live in Catskill. This motherfucker wanted everybody just to live up there where he lived. He did not ever. The only time he ever went anywhere was when he was training with Vinny Pazienza. He would go up to New England, wherever the fuck Vinny's at. I forget where Vinny's from. Not Boston. One of those New England states. But other than that, Kevin made everybody come to him. And I was a low level. I'm an amateur, so he's sure as fuck not going to come for me anywhere. Yeah. Boots is special straight up and down like 6 o'clock. I know, right, Clarissa? I was. That's what everybody thought. At that time, I was a light heavyweight. I was 178 pounds, 5'11", 15. Everybody thought I was going to end up being like 6'2", like 225. I never grew another inch from that time. And I lost the baby fat and slimmed down, lost like 15 pounds. That's why, like, my son is mad big, but I don't know. He might just stop growing. He might be like me, where he just. Yep, he is. That's the dude I told you I know from. He's from Terre Haute. He's all fucked up now with CTE and shit. At that point, champions, Vinny Pazienza. It was Vinny and Mike Tyson. I think that's it. Marco put Nair on Johnny's Rogaine out of spite. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. No, Paz is from New England. Where the fuck's he from? One of those New England states. Somebody help me out here. Not Massachusetts, not Connecticut. What's the other one? Rhode Island. He's from Rhode Island, I believe. Norman Sr. was capping so much earlier. It's funny. That's why I came in. I'm like, why are we talking about Boots? I thought that he was moving up. I'm like, so you beat Boots. You're the number one at 54. 54. I'm at 47. So why are you talking about Boots? No wonder he left high school work with you. Yep. Tear a hoe. Tear a hoe in half. I've done that. Marco was always sitting near ring car girls telling him he was 18. I plead the fifth. Vermont. He's not. Oh, Vermont's also. He's not from Vermont. His is Rhode Island. Marco can Terry Ray who wins? Huh? Norman was cooking. I mean, he was just talking shit. Yeah, he's fighting that Japanese dude. No, I got buns at 16. Literally that summer. That summer was my first one. I could have at 13, 14. I could have, but I wanted to wait. It's weird, even though I ended up becoming a real hoe bag. I wanted my first to have some kind of significance. So it was actually a Bulgarian girl, a girl that I met when I was like 11, 12 years old, like on some like Wonder Years shit. And we would always see each other in the summers. Like it was like puppy love, childhood sweetheart shit. And I waited to do it with her for the first time. I did other shit before that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of polishing going on. A lot of knob polishing and all that kind of shit. But the actual act, yeah, I waited for her on some sweet shit. But then after that, I went on some savagery, some philandering savagery. But that was a long time ago. Ness said Normans really don't want to fight in beta. Yeah, Ness is smart. Ness knows what he's doing. Said you were 17. Yeah, see? But it could have been earlier. Kept it Bulgarian, yeah. No, I for sure could have. I'm not in Indiana where there's only 2 girls. So you really can't. Like, I had a crop to choose from. Yayan doesn't understand the difference between growing up in one of the biggest city in the world and farmland. Senior said they were ready to fight today. They weren't. What age do you think Alberto gave away his Yo, she's funny. I was always a sweet, quiet kid who had no game. Yeah, well, that's how it starts. What'd it do, Wavy? Most of the top fighters today are fighting through some chronic or acute injury. They're not soft like YouTube chatters. Yayan with the farmer's daughter while washing the pigs. Yeah. He's like, what's up, Jeffro? How's little Susie Ann? Damn, Susie Ann, you looking mighty fine, girl. Pooey, come here. Sit on old Samurai Yayan's lap. Let me tell you a little story. This shit ain't no big city. You probably got one check cashing place, one Target, and a bunch of hair and nail salons. That's it. Right, Mo? Mo knows. Mo's from California, man. He knows. I bet you anything, Yayan's school picture, he's wearing a fucking straw hat. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. From one of the most northern states in the country, not the South. Whatever. The Spittoons, that was called? I heard Boots would no longer fight at 154. He's like, why are you ducking, son? Yeah, well, he's just engaging. It does. Because every time you turn to look south, they bend you. Yan had rubber. Yeah. Yan had rubber boots. Yan definitely wore overalls and suspenders. Definitely. One Walmart. Yeah, there's one Walmart there too. You don't have no two Walmarts. Yan had those Spence rubber boots on. Yeah, he did. Yan was riding a tractor at 7, like with skills, like fucking popping the gears, doing wheelies. He was nice with it. Young. Well, he was making that cake, man. Yeah, he was cutting everybody's wheat fields. Awesome losers. Eddie Hearn sent an offer 3 weeks ago. Magically, Boots can't make the weight anymore. To fight Brian Norman? Why would Boots fight Norman? Norman is not a big name. He's fly fishing. One of these days, Yan's going to show up like, I told y'all, stop fucking with me. Whoop up. And we're going to be done. Overalls with a broken buckle and a strip shirt. Howdy there, Buster. Yan was making money in October with those. Oh yeah, yo Yan, how much you guys rake in with the pumpkin patches and all that? Biggest tractors. I love how I just turned Indiana into like fucking Alabama. I know. That's what I'm saying. Yan says it's not all white. I thought it was all white there. See? I'll bet you do. But look, we got that shit upstate New York. That's anywhere outside of a city, they got that popping. Fury versus Joshua. Fury will destroy Glass Straw AJ. Fury is a top 10 GOAT. Top 10 in what? Heavyweights ever? Is that what you're saying, Mark? Stanionis was a big name. Boots just wants to fight short Europeans for big pay. Come on. Don't shit on Boots. Yeah, no, Yan's these muscles here, these tendons and these muscles in his wrists are super, super developed. He was like, he'll fill 7 of those tin buckets quick. Oh, you do? Nah, he's not top 10 heavyweight. Get out of here. What are you talking about? Just because he fucked up Wilder 3 times? And beat Dillian White and Chisora in trilogies? Get out of that flyover state, man. The coast are where the action is. It is a flyover state. No lie, I was just shooting in my city. 14 injured, 1 death. Pray for my city. Well, Boots said he wanted to be undisputed. Don't we all? I want to be undisputed. Got to fight the other champs to vacate and move up already. Word. From the crossroads of America, respect us. Beat Klitschko too. He did. That's a good point. Klitschko was 40. Mark, 40. But he did. What city, Indiana? South Bend. Ha, pooey. Hey, I can drive a tractor. Tractors are very expensive. Okay. You said you drove didn't you say you worked for sanitation department when you were in law school? I'll probably never leave. Yan, if right now I was like, yo, I got you a job in New York City where you'll make whatever, enough to survive, be able to get your own apartment and all that, you wouldn't come in a second? Don't front. You totally wouldn't fucking leave. I got all the belts. And I'm going to get the what was it called? The bracelet? Wristband? I'm going to get the WBC wristband if anybody wants it. Would anybody want that? This thing, but in a wristband? Because I can get that for a raffle. Yan Does your farm have hella hoes? All shapes and sizes. Fury destroyed Wilder's career. Well, maybe. Try goat milk. Yeah, see? You would go. Let's say it's the same amount of bread. Let's say with inflation, whatever you make now, it's the same thing, but obviously just a little more to where you could afford the New York prices and all that. Would you do it? Same kind of lifestyle, but you could live in New York, so you're getting a little more. Just you're accounting for the New York inflation. Would you do it? I think you would. I saw Yan sold it. Oh, you would, Mo? Mo, you're a smart fucking guy. You don't think you could come here and like inspect gas leaks? I'm sure you could. Hey, Mark, Fury got dropped and beat for. I know, man. Terrible. I used to love Fury too. I thought he might be one of the greatest heavyweights ever just because of his size. Like, we don't see 6'9" dudes who can move like that. And he had the power knocking people out. But then it just, as quick as he impressed us, he that quickly unimpressed us. You've never been to a farm? That's bullshit. Giants farm may close down with all these ICE raids. Why? Mexicans work in farms in Indiana? I think Norman's going to have to do a lot more work to become a big name. Do you guys not agree? By the way, the phone lines are open, as you can see. Oh, wait, I took it off. There we go. Wilder's biggest mistake, taking the Fury fight and turning down $1 million. Yep. And that's annoying because Wilder, Fury, and Joshua had a fight lined up. Well, right when Joshua, I think he had only lost at that point to Ruiz, but he came back and beat him, got knockouts. It was a hot fight. And Wilder fucking pressed that arbitration to like force that fucking third fight clause. And then what happened? Then Usyk came and fucked Joshua up and his stock dropped. It must be make fun of Indiana Day. No, before lawsuit, I drove a street sweeper. That's what I meant. I said it. Sanitation, street sweeper, my bad. Doesn't the street sweepers, don't they work also? That's why I said it, though. In New York City, I'm 99% positive street sweepers are part of the Department of Sanitation. That and the garbage trucks are part of the same department. So maybe that's why I got confused. Virgil has a fan base that follows boxing. That's true. Norman's not there yet. Usyk and Dubois ruined the fight for Fury and Joshua. Mm-hmm. How much y'all bet when Shakur wins, Alberto doesn't cam up? I don't think he will either, which is fucked up. Yayan went to his prom in a tractor. Like Footloose. Yayan lives, that's what, all jokes aside, you guys ever see Footloose? I'm picturing Yayan's town to be like Footloose. Like, y'all can't dance here. Dance is for the devil. Oh, he was too gangster. Yeah, I think so. In a little bit. Yes, link is pinned. Learn how to hunt and plant, farm. That is what I learned about tractors. I was at my prom for a total of 10 minutes. Why? You got into a fight or something? I don't know. Yeah, you have an accent. You have you sound almost Southern to me. Why is Zerdo so scared of Opataya? What makes you think he's scared of Opataya? Alberto. Alberto's the type of guy to say, what kind of man is trying to see another man's face? That's true. My son been boxing ever since he was 7 years old, and now he's 12, and he just quit to play soccer. Kalia, you should be happy, because that shit can only lead to damage, especially if he started so young. Don't look at it badly. It is your child. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can look at other people who aren't related to us and want them to fucking bash each other's faces in, but when it comes to our children, I don't know. Does it bother you? Nah, my date had a liquor and ecstasy in her purse. She got caught, you got kicked out, or you left with her to go indulge in those things? Yeah, man, Yayan doesn't he sound like, yo, what's up? My name's Yayan. Yeehaw. Nah, he doesn't sound like that. Yup. CTE is correct. A dude named Raw Dog warning us about fornication. Zerto should be scared of Jai. He's naturally this much smaller man. Soccer takes more skill than it does, but still fucking boring, if you ask me. Less dangerous. Although I did hear that soccer dudes get a lot of concussions too from colliding. That's what one of my friends told me. It was really big into soccer. Anybody else heard that? CJ was only at his prom 10 minutes because he was arrested when they saw a black guy walking. They do. Vlogs, it doesn't. You guys do is run around. She left her purse in the limo and asked the driver to get her feminine product. Dude snitched. Why would she ask the driver to go in her purse and pull out a tampon? That's fucking weird. Yayan said, fitting that is Southern. Yup. Yayan's mad Southern. Soccer players get some brain damage from heading the ball. That's it. I thought they smash into each other. But not as good. Not as bad as... I heard soccer and football, I heard, is worse. Dude is making these stories up. A lot of people from the Midwest, ancestries from the South. I'm sure mine is no different. Everybody's from the South. Everybody I know is from the fucking... Well, not white people. Really. I guess. But most of my black friends, like, come from the South. Like, originally. Soccer is gay as fuck. Okay. I told you he tap dancing for your approval. Yes, headers are common. Every time a goalie kicks the ball, someone is expected to head it forward. Yeah, but that's a ball. That's soft. That gives you CTE. Yayan has to drive to the tractor about a mile down the road to call in the show. Nah, he's like in a footloose town. Corner kicks are meant for headers too. It adds up. See, I thought it was more like colliding with other players. I didn't think it was the ball. You're literally running for 90 minutes using your feet to control the ball. All protection we have are our shin guards. Day 4 of keeping it positive. Good job, CJ. What the fuck, dude? Soccer balls aren't soft. I mean, okay, but are they heavy enough to equal? Maybe you're right, especially when they're being projected at you, right? The velocity makes them maybe not a bad point. What you mean, Yayan? You don't fuck with soccer because your ass. So he's getting... Hey, Alberto, are you taking a break from the protest? That's fucked up. Viva la raza. Professional players. One of my friends from California told me it's not as bad as the news makes it seem. That's what he told me. Ball coming fast speeds hurt if you don't. No racist shit, but do Mexicans play pickup soccer like pickup basketball? I believe so. Like, there's parts of around here where there's a lot of Mexicans, like in Sunset Park and all that. Yeah, I see them playing all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I figured. Oh, Jesus. Shout out. Well, yeah, I'm not really an issue like NFL or boxing, but there are cases of soccer causing. I heard it was worse. I guess I was misinformed. They say football is even worse, which I guess makes sense because I always thought that when you get tackled, they're kind of hitting your chest. I guess it snaps your head back, but hold on, we got Bob here. What's up, Bob?
What's up, man? I'm at
Grading
school
papers?
grading these exams. We had exams today. I played soccer from I was like 7 to 18, man. Nobody knew got had concussion or anything. You hit the ball with your forehead. That's the hardest part of your head.
That's
You
what I
never
thought.
have you don't have any head injuries from no. Nobody I knew had a head injury from hitting the ball, especially my coach from England. He taught us how to play, but you hit it with your forehead. Even the ball's coming in, you strike it with your head. So the ball's not striking you, you're striking the ball. That's how so you don't get head injuries. Now, I don't know what these young guys are doing, but like I said, I don't know anybody get a concussion or anything.
Do you ever get like while running, do dudes ever smash into you and like that way maybe you take damage?
I mean, we were just you got hit in the body, like
That's
elbows,
what I would think.
slide tackle
Yeah.
you. I mean, I never got hit in the head during the side. I mean, I guess you could, but we were elbow people in the body and slide tackle and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure people get head injury. I just like I play. I don't. Nobody ever got taken out for head. Now somebody might have torn their knee up or pulled a
Mm.
ham, but I never was in a game where somebody had a head injury.
I
To be
find soccer
honest.
so boring to watch. Playing maybe is different. Like, do you like watching it?
Oh no, I don't watch anymore. I love playing, but watching, man, the guys that grew up playing soccer, they're going to Philly to watch the games. They asking me, I'm not going to that. Yeah, I can't watch it, Marco.
I can't
It's
watch it
it's
either. It's
too
super.
boring.
I can't watch that. I can't watch baseball for shit. Um, yeah, I
Yeah,
like watching tennis, even though I don't follow the sport. For some reason, maybe I'm like a cat. Like I just follow the ball. Shit gets exciting to me. Tennis is kind of fun to watch. Mikhail, what up, man? We were literally just talking about you. Glad you we were. I was worried something might happen to you, man, because we haven't seen you in the chat in a minute. Glad you're okay.
yeah. I didn't see Brian Norman's dad, but I mean, he do the same thing. He go on these shows, he's talking, man. Like you said, Boost is like I'm going up. You didn't take the fight. I asked him one day, because he's on Johnny. I'm like, you know, you might have cost yourself a big payday by not taking that Boost fight. And he was like, oh, we'll fight somebody else big. Who? The
Hmm.
only one he might get money for is Pacquiao, and I don't think there's any way Pacquiao wins that fight. But who at 147 you wouldn't get paid a lot to fight? Now
For
that
Brett,
Boots is gone.
there's nobody
I
left. I
mean,
mean, well, you got Haney, Garcia, these guys who are toying, Rolly, who might go to 47.
man, that's not. I don't think that's big money. And to be honest, Bill's talking all that trash. I don't know if Bill Haney puts his son in there with a hard puncher like that.
Oh, natural for and probably let's be
Yeah,
honest, Brad Norman's probably going to finish at middleweight. Like he's only what is he 23 or some shit?
yeah.
Oh, how old is he? He actually
He's like
follows
23, 24.
Brian Norman
But
Jr. I'm gonna tell you right now, he is 24. Yeah, he's young, so he's not staying at 47 too long. I'll tell you that.
now he's been talking. How much you think he's getting fight to fight? He's getting paid to fight him with Japan because he's acting like he's getting like $1 million to fight this guy. This guy already has a loss. I mean, I'm like,
He might be getting a million. I mean, we don't know. The problem is I can't answer this because I don't know how popular this guy is in Japan. If he's big enough, maybe.
I mean, I guess, man, he's got lost already, man. He's gonna look like that guy that fought this weekend. No one's gonna be pounding on him and knock him out.
Probably. I mean, like I know Floyd got a lot of money when he fought that Japanese kid like 4 or 5 years ago. Pacquiao went over and had that remember that exhibition with the Japanese guy. Ryan was about to do it when he was suspended. it's a, in Europe too. I was on TBV earlier and I was saying like Conor Benn, excuse me, is a huge fight for these guys if it happens in England, because we're looking
Yeah.
at it with our American eyeballs. You look over there, it's all like he could get way more money because people there really support. Like, it's not like us. We're kind of we're not as loyal, I feel like, as British fans in any sport, really.
Yeah, you can see that that Wardley fight a couple weeks ago. Man, they had a big crowd
Mm-hmm.
for that heavyweight fight. All their fights, they do support them way better than what we support. But I mean, I can't do like they can. Like, and I know Ness says don't throw. I throw people away. I'm
Mm,
sorry. It's same with the NBA, man. When the guy can't play anymore, I'm not going to keep saying I want to see him play. When you're washed up, you're washed up, man. It's time to go.
yeah.
I don't mind guys getting rid of guys. Seriously, some of these guys, I mean, like we said, there's a bunch of boxers, man. You could lose 3 fights and be washed,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And I keep going back to Ness. He's like Salido lost like 13 fights. He was a different guy, man. Some of these guys lose 3 fights and they're done.
Mm-hmm. They're
Like
always done.
Kambosos, that guy is done. He can't. If he
Well,
fights anybody halfway good, he's not winning.
I think his
Kambosos.
argument, I think with him, he might have never been to begin with. Like, when you
Yeah,
say done, you know what I mean? Like, he might have just had that one fight against a Tio who was compromised, because other than that, that was the one fight where he really shined, right? Cambosis
yeah, you're right. He probably never was. He never
never
was
was at that
good. He
level.
just
Yeah.
got a one good fight.
But then you have guys like Wilder, who I think because of the losses, they kind of, it was kind of, they had the will and the passion beat out of them for the sport. And it's also a mileage thing. Wilder was in his mid 30s by the time he did start later though. So maybe for him, this isn't the best point, but mileage is a thing. After a while, people it's too many miles, you got to trade in and get a new car.
Speaking of, you were talking about. I remember Vinny Paz when he was old, man. I like Vinny Paz though. I remember
He's
when he
cool.
broke his neck and all that stuff. But
He's cool. I went
Vinny,
out. I went out to dinner because when I was with Kevin Rooney's camp, we went out. I remember having, what was it? It was his son's first communion or some shit. So we all went out to dinner together. He was a cool dude. He never really used Kevin's style. That's why I thought it was a goofy kind of, like, he never fought that way. He never ever did that shit. I don't know. I think he just liked Kevin as a person. Vinny fought how Vinny wanted to fight. Right? If you look at Vinny, did he fight like Mike Tyson too at all?
I didn't think he did.
No, he didn't. He didn't
No.
use the style. He would train that way because I used to watch him. Move your head. He would just move his head, but then when he got in the ring, he did what he wanted to do. Vinny was kind of a boxer puncher. You know what I mean? He would dance on the outside, do his thing, then he'd come in and brawl. He wasn't classic Customato peekaboo style. What's up, Alberto?
I just remember Vinny when he was fighting Greg Hogan. Then he had that neck injury. Then the Vinny on steroids. He did something, man. He got all big.
Mm-hmm.
You know, man. He had to be doing something.
You think it's steroids?
He was doing something because he was. Remember, what was he, 135 before he had that neck injury?
Some shit. Yeah, and he went up to. I
He
mean,
was like, and then he was like super, super middleweight.
yeah, he fought Roy at 68. I remember telling Kevin, like, and that's one thing I'll say about Kevin, man. He was a ride or die. Like, if he's your trainer, he did not see reality. I'm like, Kevin, do not fight Roy. It's, what, are you crazy? You Vinny will kick the shit out of that guy. I'm like, Kevin,
Yeah,
like, and maybe I shouldn't have, but I was like, nah, it's just that you kidding? Like, it's what you
yeah,
said. Vinny is that weight because he put on muscle, but there's like 6-inch height difference. Like, it was insane.
yeah, yeah.
And,
But we don't have no character. Vinny Pazienza was a character. Like I said, we enjoyed watching him. But he used to be on Tuesday night fights when he was old and washed up too. I
I used
remember.
to
I
love
remember
Tuesday
fighting
night.
Duran. That was sad. He was fighting Duran.
Mm. I used to love Tuesday
Man.
night fights. Right, you're about my age, right, Bob?
Oh, yeah. I used
Yeah.
to videotape Tuesday night fights.
Oh,
I used
I
to
would
have them
look
all
forward to it.
videotape.
I would stay up. It was like I think it came on at 9, 8 or 9. It was like, and this is the back in the day, like there was just TV. You know, you didn't have all these options of YouTube and Googling. This is what everybody tuned in. That's why things were so big back in the day. The kids of these days don't understand that. Everybody connected. Everybody was forced to connect over the same programming. It's not like now. It's the equivalent now of if everybody had to go to only one website and that's it. Like we all connected over shit. And that's I think what makes the memories so much sweeter. You know, because now it's like how many times somebody send you something, you're like, oh no, I didn't see that. Yo, did you see the TikTok with the no, I didn't see that. Back then we all saw the same shit. Same thing with music. It was what was on the radio is what we listened to. You didn't have
But it's just
1,000 independent artists releasing, you know, Spotify or not Spotify. What's it called?
yeah,
What's it called? The cloud, music cloud, whatever.
I'm the wrong one to add. But I'll give you a name. Nowadays, I wouldn't be a fan of him. Jimmy Thunder was on Tuesday Night Fight. So many, he wasn't even great. I
He's just
remember he knocked out a dude in like 10 seconds, something like that on Tuesday. I used to like Jimmy Thunder. He
oh,
wasn't even like a great heavyweight,
he
but
has the
because he
record.
fought so many times on Tuesday Night Fights, you had to like him.
Well, let me. I'm not to cut you off, but Jimmy Thunder has the fastest knockout in history. I think he has the record.
Yeah, I remember that. It
Yeah,
was on Tuesday Night
it
Fights.
was
I
like,
remember him
yep,
knocking the dude out.
it was like 7 or 8 seconds, knocked him right out. But and he was. Did you ever see my video I made of Chris Bird piecing him up?
Yeah, I mean, play.
He was just a he was a Samoan dude from New Zealand, I believe, and he was jacked like that. I mean, he looked like he was on steroids.
Yeah.
And yeah, and he could punch though.
But the whole point was, it seemed like he was on every couple months on Tuesday night, so you knew who he was. And it goes back to your like some of these guys, like I just can't. I don't. You don't see him fight enough. Like it's like you say, man, you don't want to watch some of these guys. I'm like, I watch a lot. I'm like, who are these guys?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm looking at the fight. I'm like, who is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and that's the problem. We used to see him on Tuesday night fights. So the obscure guys, you would be like, yeah, I know who that is. I know who that is. But and you fight once a year or twice a year, you can't build a following.
Tuesday Night Fights was, she said, old whippersnappers speaking. Tuesday Night
But
Fights had a tremendous matchups, though. That's the difference, guys. Like this Pro Box shit, they're not really. I mean, I don't watch it. Maybe somebody could correct me, but I don't think Pro Box has the tremendous matchups. So when I mean matchups, I don't mean big names. Fighters who were exciting, who were paired against each other, who produced fireworks. It had that almost every fight, and you didn't know who they were, but you still watched them, and they would have rematches. These nobodies would have rematches because the first fight was so dope. Everybody wanted to see it again.
yeah, it was the good old days, and they wouldn't know about that. So yeah, we sound like old timers, but some of these fighters need that. Uh, they just need it. They got to get more exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just it doesn't make sense the way these promoters. Man, if I had a fighter, man, he would be fighting every month. I don't care. They call it the bum of the month club. That's what my guy would be on. I would schedule him for 12 fights, and I would advertise like, "Yo, my guy's fighting 12 times this year,
Yeah.
and I don't care who he's fighting." And I would just
Yayin,
have him in the ring.
my bad. Yayin, you're right. Jeremy does have one of the records for his knockout was, I believe, 10 seconds. But if you look, he dropped the guy within 4 seconds. And then the ref counted an extra 5 and stopped it. Jeremy Williams does have the top second or third fastest knockout ever behind Jimmy Thunder. That's a fact.
And that was on Tuesday Night Fights too, wasn't it?
It might have been. It might have been.
'Cause I
What's
think
up,
he was
man?
on there.
What's up, Marco?
How you doing?
You the man, Marco.
Appreciate you.
But yeah, hey, man, I'm on here grading these exams, man. I'm like, I either get real good grades or terrible grades.
She
Man,
just
this how bad it is. Yo, we get them a review sheet, and they can bring in a half sheet of paper with anything they want on it.
Why don't you do
So
that? Why don't computers grade it now? Don't you do that shit all computerized?
we got some of the questions. Like, they do have to do the math. I gotta look through it. Some is multiple choice, some they gotta show the work. But my whole point is everybody should get an A. The review sheet is just like the exam, and I mean
Mhm.
it's just like the question. And you can bring in a half sheet of paper. Look, I'm showing you this is half sheet of paper with kids. You can put whatever you want on the half sheet of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all the stuff people have on there. How did you get an A? I
Yeah.
don't get it.
What
I'm like,
grade do
yo, how
you?
you high school? I have algebra 1 and algebra 2.
Ooh. Okay.
Do you
Sure.
see how much information this person has? How could you not get an A? You're allowed to bring this in our school on the test. I'm like, everybody should get an A. Everybody should have an A. And I got F's.
They're kids.
F's,
I guess
Marco.
they don't give a
I'm
fuck.
like, how is it possible?
Kids don't care.
But I got 100. I got some kids who got real high grades, but
That's
I
good.
just,
That's good. Keep it up.
all right, Marco.
All
I'll
right.
talk to you, man.
All right, big dog.
Man.
Peace out. What's going on?
Not much, man. I just came on here to prove to you that I'm gonna be 62 in December.
Okay. Wait, this is who? Because the thing says a different name.
Yeah, Oval Office.
Ah, 62? Let me see.
Yeah,
Good for you. You look great.
black don't crack, my man.
White does badly.
You telling me?
Mm, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Alberto, are you in here? Alberto said,
Yeah,
oh, there you are. You've been quiet the whole time.
I'm just like sitting back, like soaking up all the information you guys were talking about,
Or old banter.
pretty much.
There we go. There we go. What's up, Oval? How you doing?
I'm all right. There was something I wanted to ask you. I saw one of your videos, and I
Okay.
forgot what it was
Okay.
because it comes up on my screen, and I seen your you
Was
were
it?
boxing the bag.
Oh, me
But
hitting
it
the
was
bag?
yeah, and there was a fight. I wanted to ask you if you man, I can't think of that fight. See if you did a video of it or not.
Probably. Which one?
I'm getting old. Well, I am old. I'm trying to figure it out.
You got more hair than me. He was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
What's up, Superman? Well, if you remember, tell me. Why isn't it Marco Elgard on BoxRec? Because I fought my first and only sanctioned pro fight was in 2000, before BoxRec existed. And the way that BoxRec gets its information is the state athletic commissions send them the fights. I learned this because I hit up BoxRec maybe 2 years ago because everybody was saying the same thing. Where's your BoxRec? You know, it'll look better. First of all, my BoxRec, if it was there, it'll say 0-1. So that doesn't look good to me anyway, but whatever. But I figured, let me try. So they said, BoxRec told me that. They go, look, this athletic commission has to send it to me. I guess for whatever reason, we didn't get it, so hit them up. I hit up New York State Athletic Commission. They never responded. So, and you guys have seen my pro fights. I have videos of them, so I'm clearly not lying. Roy Jones's father fought Marvin Hagler, right? There's a fact. I talked to Roy personally. Roy said, yes, my dad did fight Marvin Hagler. If you go to Marvin Hagler's BoxRec, you see a Roy Jones, but it's not his dad. They made a mistake. Point being, BoxRec does make fucking mistakes, especially with fights that happened before they were even in existence. Now it's, they don't. Like now they're very like, I don't believe a fight's happening until BoxRec has it posted because the athletic commission sends them the paperwork, which means the fight's already booked, sealed, signed, and delivered. So that's why I don't have a BoxRec. But I have a video of my fights, which is way better, actually.
Marco,
What's up?
why is there so much credence put to BoxRec when they seem kind of shady? They seem like a shady entity to me because they don't recognize the WBA belt. They recently started putting, like, they don't put if it's a knockout or a TKO. It just says UD or split decision or loss.
What do you mean they don't put knockout? Yeah, they do.
No, like, go on BoxRec. I was just on BoxRec the other day. If you look up the fight, it won't say if it was like a knockout. It'll just say like.
Well, the WBA thing is very what's the word, childish. What happened is there was a let me get Mo in here. What happened is that there was another website that started trying to come into existence that was similar to BoxRec. And they started and they put it together and they were partnered with somebody big, and maybe the WBA. They were partnered with the WBA. That's what it was. And they were And then BoxRec saw that and knew that WBA was behind it, and they were claiming that this site was stealing all of BoxRec's information. Like BoxRec did the actual work to get all these stats. So any site that comes in now, they just copy paste. So BoxRec got annoyed, like, you're stealing my shit, but they know they can't really prove it. So they said, fuck it, we're gonna ban the WBA to kind of protest this. I think that's dumb, because you know how much money it would take and man hours to have them go in and fucking delete every WBA mention in all of their database. I feel like that would cost so much money. But that's why they did that with the WBA. It's kind of stupid. And I don't even know what that website is. Does anybody know what the website is? The one that's like a BoxRec?
I didn't even know until you just said it right now.
Yeah, so that's why. I think here, see Ryan saying, let's see what he's saying. WBA, because the most associated sanctioning bodies. Nah, it's also that whole other thing though, Ryan, what I just mentioned. I don't know. I was unaware that they're not putting knockouts anymore. That I was unaware of.
But Marco, also real quick, who like pays for like the funding to like keep that website up to date? BoxRec itself, like, do the sanctioning bodies have to pay a cut, or is it like the promoters, like Top Rank or Matchroom? Or?
I don't know for sure, but I'm almost positive it's a separate entity. That they're not partnered with anybody. They're just a website that gets a lot of views, and they probably just get advertising dollars.
Yeah, BoxRec be having those ads for sure.
Yeah, so that's what it is. They work like any website, I would assume, and they have to be impartial, because then they could start being, like, let's say they're sponsored by the WBC or whatever, then they could start, doing whatever things to favor WBC fighters or WBC itself or whatever. But I don't know for sure.
How old were you when you started boxing?
I was 12, just before I turned 13. I was 12. Yeah, I started in this gym called Kingsway Boxing Gym. It was right by the Port Authority bus terminal, which is literally in Times Square. But back when I did it, Times Square was not, like, it was more dangerous me getting to that fucking gym than it was actually fighting in the gym. It was fucked up back then. But yeah, I was 12 when I started. We had a heavy bag in the garage, and one day I hit it, and man, anybody who's ever hit the bag before, you know that endorphin rush you get, how good you feel afterwards. As a kid, I was going through a lot of stress, a lot of dangerous shit in Hell's Kitchen. It made me feel, it was like crack. I was like, yo, if I'm gonna feel like this, I'll hit this mother. And I was angry too. I hit this every day. So it was like love at first sight, the feeling I got from releasing that shit.
No, I'm not trying to be funny or not, but you weren't getting bullied or anything like that.
No, I never got bullied. I actually was the opposite. I didn't bully people. I actually would fuck bullies up. I got into a lot of fights growing up when I was younger. Like, I was very angry, very quick temper. A lot of fights, and I won almost all of them. Yeah. So no, I never got bullied. I was one of the only white boys in an all black and Hispanic, like, Puerto Rican neighborhood. So I would get tested more or questioned more. So that's why I started boxing when I got a little older. But not bullied. Just, I had more to prove, I guess, being like the white boy.
And for the record, the Albanian women down here, man, are beautiful, man. I don't know.
Where are you at?
North Carolina. North crack your back.
North Carolina, okay. Albania, okay, if you say so. I mean, me growing up, the Albanians were mostly kind of fucked up looking, but there was a couple pretty ones here or there. Yayan, what up?
What's up, champ?
Oh, I heard it. I heard the tractor. Turn it off, man. It's a little loud.
Oh, man. You guys are losing.
What's up, man? You upset about last night?
Of course, man. No.
Yeah. It was good. I thought you guys were going to win at first. I was like holding the phone to DM you, but I wasn't sure if I was going to congratulate you, because like you guys were doing okay up until the very end, and they just pulled past you.
It was gaining some like momentum in the fourth quarter, but they just kept calling out the fouls. It is.
That's how I felt playing you guys. Like, we were just there, and then you guys were just at the end, pull away. That's what happened every time against us. So same shit.
I'm telling y'all right now that we're not losing in Indiana. So it's gonna be a game 7. Whether we win or lose, we not.
Y'all niggas
losing,
losing, bro. It's a wrap.
Man,
Yeah,
they're losing to
oh
Indiana.
man. Only two things come out of Indiana.
What's that?
I can't say it on the air, can
Steers and what?
Michael Jackson.
I?
Steers and queers.
Michael Jackson. Got a light skinned friend look like Michael Jackson.
Hey, shout out to Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? The GOAT come from there.
Where you
Shout
from
out
again,
to Michael
Wavy?
Jackson. I'm from Florida.
Florida, right.
Yeah.
You
But
guys,
look, though, I just not to
I knew
cut you
Michael
off.
Jackson. I told you.
But I just want to say, Alberta, the bet on right though.
Alberto's what? Oh, the bet? Yeah, Alberta. You gonna do? Oh, he's there. You gonna do the bet, Alberto?
Yeah, I already told dude.
Okay.
Alberti, what's good, bro?
What's good, Wavy?
Chilling, man. Just cooling, man.
Caitlin Clark. She's from Indiana.
No, she from Iowa, but she played in Indiana.
Oh,
Marco, that's the female Steph Curry.
that's what I've been hearing. That's the one who did the
Facts.
whole like you can't see me thing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So wait, who was what about the black girl that did it back to her? Didn't they have
Angel
something?
Reese.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
trash.
She's not
trash.
good.
No.
No,
alright.
she's not. Caitlin Clark is the first Caitlin Clark. She's a baller for a female. But just let her be her. Let her make her thing. Don't compare her. Does she have 4 championships? So no, she's not Steph Curry. Just let
As
her
far
be.
as shooting,
She's
Indiana, they
She's
trash,
that nice
though.
with the shooting.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's bro.
Yeah.
She be cooking with the threes, man. I'm
man.
talking
Let her
specifically
be
about-
her.
She could play with the men, Marco.
Hell no.
Put it
That
that
would
way.
Nah,
be
relax.
fucking-
She can't. Yo, she can't handle a man's basketball like she can with a female
She
basketball.
probably can't
Right,
even
the
beat
ball
me.
smaller. That's
Let
all.
her be her. You know what I'm saying?
How
Let
tall
her
is
be
she?
her.
How tall is she?
She like 5'11".
6'2".
Get the fuck out of
She's
here.
not 6'2".
She's
Look
like
it up.
5'11".
Let me see.
Man, I know it's Pride Month and all that LGBT,
Clark.
but she's a female. She's a woman. That's like
6'8". Wow.
what female boxer? Okay, let me ask you this, guys. What female boxer can stand in a ring with a male boxer?
None.
Clarissa
Angel-
wants it with Keith.
Angel Reese is 6'3".
I don't care. But honestly, what female boxer can stand in, not sparring, ding, ding, let's get ready to rumble type? No,
I think Clarissa has a chance of beating like a man who's way less like talented than her.
Clarissa versus Rolly.
Nah, the
Stop
weight.
it.
I don't
Yeah.
think you can fuck with like.
Alberto, you trolling, bro.
She can't even beat a
not
105
trolling.
I
pound.
think
bro.
Clarissa could beat a
Trolling.
man her
No
weight
way, bro.
who is not as experienced and who isn't as skilled as her. I do. I think she could
with
beat like
a woman can't play. I don't even watch the NBA. I'm a grumpy old man. They got to come back to the 90s.
I'm with you. I'm with
You
you.
know
on
what I'm
that.
saying? You can't
We all
post,
do,
you can't do
man.
this, you can't do that. I should be in the NBA in the 90s. Now you can walk, you can Euro. Anyway, it's supposed to be boxing. My bad.
Yeah.
Clarissa versus Raymond Ford. I don't know.
Well,
Think about
she's
it.
a lot bigger.
That's
Like,
why I'm saying the weight that would be competitive.
And I
Right?
guarantee you, he's still hit harder and stronger than her.
He's 122. She's like
He's
160.
He's 130 actually.
I mean, could Clarissa hang in there with Tank because he's so much
No.
smaller?
Hell no.
Hell no, he cracks like a heavyweight, Marco.
Let me ask you this. Is a woman's power the same as a man's power?
No.
No,
Generally, no, but it depends on the woman, I guess.
Yeah, it does depend on there's some strong women
Like-
out here, bro.
Yo,
Christy Martin, Oval. You remember Christy Martin?
man. No,
Christy Martin
woman
hit
in
like
the boxing ring.
Christy Martin hit like a tank.
Are women just as fast as men?
Generally, men have the advantage, but there's always
If
exceptions.
you can't hit somebody, what does power got to do with anything?
And she don't even hit that hard.
Who?
Clarissa.
No, not really. No.
Yeah, she was calling out Keith Thurman talking
She got like
crazy.
two
Yeah.
knockouts or something. But she's very skilled.
Bruh, Keith Thurman to do Clarissa in the worst way. Like,
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
believe she actually was like talking like that.
Well, I mean, it worked because we're talking about her. I think she believes it though. I do. I think she believes it.
I believe it too.
Oh, could she
Very
beat Jake Paul?
delusional woman.
Could she beat Jake Paul? I don't think so. No.
Hell no.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
no.
My
could.
point exactly.
What? You think she could beat Jake Paul?
she'll get put in the dirt.
I'm gonna go against Jake Paul anytime.
Nah.
Oh,
you-
so you just
Yeah,
don't like
you
Jake
just-
Paul? Okay.
Can
Say what you want about Jake.
hit
He
those
hits hard.
shots like Steph Curry with the defense on Steph Curry, getting D like that
Oh,
by other men, and she out there with her little one hand dribble? Can she make those shots like Steph?
You
Who?
talking about Caitlin Clark in the NBA?
Yeah.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree
You
with
said
that.
who? I'm not saying you. I'm you using you as plural. Said she's the female Steph Curry, and
Right?
she's
In
not
her
getting
league.
guarded like Steph either.
I got you, CJ. CJ just entered for the Grant gloves.
Hey, bro,
Yeah.
have you seen Caitlin Clark play a full game?
Who, him or me?
I'm talking to him.
Oval Office.
Nah, I don't
All
watch
right, so when
women's
we get off
basketball
this
like
live,
that.
go watch highlights of Caitlin Clark because I could tell you haven't
She's
seen her
playing
play.
against women, my man. It's a
It
different
don't, nigga.
thing with
I'm
men.
saying she's the female Steph Curry in the WNBA as
Yeah,
far as shooting threes.
yeah.
You haven't even seen her
Carissa is the
play.
female Mike Tyson. Yeah,
You haven't even seen
She's
her playing. You talking, bro? You talking about
Yeah,
what you don't know about, nigga?
she's pulling up from the paint. She's pulling up from the logo.
That's
hey,
what I'm
look,
saying. You
another
haven't seen her
Paul in the
play.
chat.
I
What
mean,
happened?
but you gotta think their ball is way smaller than the man's ball.
Nah, they use the same size ball.
No, they don't, bro.
No, they don't.
That's a smaller ball.
About
Oh no, I meant to say that the rim is as high as the men.
Well, I mean, it's easy to shoot with a lighter ball.
Yeah, it's a smaller ball. It's weird. They should have made the rim shorter too. I don't know why they didn't.
But a lot of female basketball players don't like that. I don't know why.
hey, don't let Brittany Griner hype you up like she can beat the market
I remember when she was like
and
the
all
biggest
That's
that.
a
thing
man.
in sports.
That might be a man.
Yo, y'all
Brittany
heard
Griner
of,
might be a dude, bro.
y'all
Nah,
heard of Skylar Diggins?
Nah.
Damn.
Hold it down. I'm gonna step away. For a
She's
second.
from my
Hold it
city.
down, guys.
That's the only reason why I said that.
But OG, if when you watch the highlights, you'll see why I said that, bro. You'll see why I made that comparison.
man, I've been watching basketball for a long time, man. A long time. And she is good in her lane. She is
All
good
right.
in her lane.
Well, let me ask you this: Who else in the WNBA do you hear getting compared to Steph Curry as far as shooting?
What's the girl name?
Angel Reese.
As
No,
far
no,
as
hell
as
no.
far as shooting the three,
Sabrina. She was shooting that thing.
you see, he didn't answer. See, you see, he didn't answer me.
I just saw you. I don't watch women's
He don't
basketball,
watch. Yeah.
but I
Right,
see.
but
Listen,
even though you don't watch
Caitlin
it,
Clark
you
is
heard Caitlin Clark's name though,
Caitlin Clark is amazing for in her lane what she does. I'm not
right?
taking nothing from her. I'm saying let her be her. Let her be Caitlin Clark. Let her be the first Caitlin Clark.
You didn't like the
So
Steph
when
But
Curry.
them
that's
young
what
girls
we do in
come
Yo,
up,
sports,
Marco,
though.
what's going on with the channel, man? We talking about that
We're
shitty ass
always
fucking
gonna
league
compare
and shit.
players,
What
bro.
the hell we doing?
That's a part of sports, man.
you
You
just
know,
What
think
are we doing?
people compare Haney to Floyd. Now, do you gotta agree with it? No, but he get the comparisons, bro. That's part of the game. We're gonna compare people to how they play against other players' styles, bro. That's just part of the
yeah,
game.
but Haney and Clark are in the same field, in the same
Nah.
side.
What's up, Superman?
What up, man?
We got a lot of basketball talk going on here.
Hey, can we talk real quick about the Jake Paul? Who's giving my fellow Mexican warrior Chavez a chance to take him out?
I am.
Chavez,
Woo!
if
We
he
got one.
comes in on point and in shape, he beats him easy. But
He's training, Marco. You haven't seen the videos?
no, but he had those same videos when he's his other fights. It's not like they showed him training for the fights where he looked like shit and he wasn't trying. Like training's one thing. We got to win so he steps in.
I got Jake Paul split decision.
Yeah, I don't think Jake Paul's knocking him out because has Chavez ever been stopped? Nah, he stopped in the corner, but he's never been really
He
knocked
quit
out.
against Jacobs.
Right, he quit, but he wasn't dropped or hurt.
No, he wasn't hurt.
Yeah, so I don't see Jake Paul hurting him. I mean, Jake Paul is naturally a cruiserweight, and Chavez should naturally be what, light heavy maybe. So Jake's a bigger guy, which matters.
Ain't bro like 6'3" or something?
Jake Paul, nah. Jake Paul.
No, the other dude.
Chavez
Oh,
is 6'2",
nah.
6'3".
No.
Yes,
no,
he
no,
is,
no.
Marco. Look it up.
No way. He's 6 feet tops.
I know the dimensions of my fighters.
Chavez Jr. height. I think he's
Pause.
6'1".
Dog said
Pause.
my
Okay,
fight.
he's 6'1". So you were off,
No
but I was
pause.
off too.
Pause to that. That was
The
tough.
dimensions,
That was
gross.
Yeah, let me look at this record. Hold
You
on.
look like I'm talking about meat size or something. I'm talking about like his reach
Oh,
and his
God.
height and his weight.
Well, Jake Paul's 6 feet and Chavez is 6'1", so they're about the same height. But
Jake Paul like 5'9".
nah, he's 6 feet, and his brother's like 6'2". Yeah, that's a big corn-fed white boy.
I from the Midwest.
You from what?
From the Midwest.
Yeah, I know.
Jake Paul.
I'm glad I got
There's only two things come out of the Midwest.
And I want
steers
to
and
ask the
queers.
chat. Do I sound like, do I got an accent? I don't think, me personally, I don't think I do.
Yeah, you do.
Caitlin Clark.
Not really, bro. Not really.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I think Jake Paul. I don't know who
Who
the
is
fuck is
slurping? Oh,
Pause, bro.
That's
Fucking
Alberto.
Slurping, bro. Mute your
somebody
mic,
is
man.
fucking up that
That's
Slurpee.
crazy.
That's
Who's that,
Alberto,
Superman?
man.
I'm working at the 7-Eleven.
Oh, you at the 7-Eleven?
Somebody drinking a Slurpee on the mic.
Yeah, you sure
Man,
get a big
I
gulp.
know that dude's name on The Simpsons. Apu, whatever. Apu, cut it out.
Y'all dudes gotta mute your mic. Jeez.
Like, who's slurping?
Wait, who was slurping? That was Superman?
That was funny.
Yeah, that was Alberto.
That was Alberto.
He trying to showcase his skills.
I know.
Oh,
It's June, but man, cut it out.
Hey, Marco,
Oh.
you got to hit that Tutti Frutti, man.
you're right. I do. Let me find it.
Slurping with a bunch of niggas on.
Well, how was you supposed to drink it?
Not like
This
that. Hey,
he does
take
whatever
the straw out and just
he's a troll.
sip
He did
it.
that on purpose. He did that on purpose, though. Like, he did that on purpose.
Who did it?
They don't even want to say. It wasn't me because I'm on camera. That's why them dudes off
Yeah, it
camera.
wasn't you. It was either Yayan or
It
Wavy.
was not me, bro.
That was
That's
Yayan.
two process
that was Wavy.
elimination.
That was Wavy. He's all
That was
quiet.
wavy.
Oh, that's K. I know that's Cap.
That's
So then how'd you get
Alberto.
That was Alberti. Alberti drinking a
Yeah,
Slurpee.
because he
That nigga was having fun. No, he was.
Alberti with the Slurpee.
Chill out, wavy.
So what do we think? What do we think? We got Jake Paul or Chavez?
Honestly, man, I think if Chavez, if he takes the fight serious, it should be the most competitive fight with Jake Paul, and I think he definitely has a chance of winning. I see he just fought last year against Uriah Hall. He won by unanimous decision. He won another fight, way back in 2021. We'll see, man. We'll see. But if I had to pick, I would pick Jake Paul to win, though.
Why can't he just box regular, like go and boxing of regular boxers?
Yeah.
Paul.
Because he'll lose.
Why you
I
gotta
hear
chip
someone's
chicken?
GPS, bro.
He lost to bro. He lost to Tommy Fury. He's terrible.
Wait, but hold on. Radio. I got a theory, Marco. I got a theory, fellas. I think Chavez is gonna beat Paul because he knows this is his last chance at a big payday, right? Because he's just out of rehab. He's not gonna ever contend for like a world title. So if he goes off script and beats Jake Paul, he'll get another bag with the rematch, and it'll be a bigger fight. I don't know. What do y'all think?
I mean, who else can he fight after that?
I thought you was gonna tell us who the Slurpee guy was. I thought that was your
Pause,
theory. I thought that was your theory.
I thought you was going to tell us who the Slurpee guy was. That's mad funny. Hilarious.
Was that CJ?
CJ's not in.
See, I can only see like 4 people that's in. So
Yeah, no, CJ's not in. CJ is chilling on the sidelines. Clarissa should come in though, but she doesn't want to. Slurping a straw while wearing slippers.
Hey, Marco, Clarissa, she
Got
be
his
cracking
toes out.
all
Yeah,
types.
he got his toes out.
Clarissa, at least come in and get on the mic, cause she be talking crazy in the chat. She be going ballistic on people with the
She's
jokes in the
funny
chat.
though. She came in for a second, and her friend screamed something at Alberto, and then they bounced.
Yeah, Clarissa, you gotta get on the mic or on camera.
Yeah, she's funny. She is. Yeah, she says some funny shit. Yes, I don't.
So Clarissa?
What the fuck is this? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna take this. You guys rock out.
Wavy, you gotta chill, bro. You can't be slurping up on the mic. But
That's
hey,
you, bro.
fellas, who y'all got? Or do y'all even care? We got a fight in 2 days. Norman Jr. He's in Japan to face Sasaki. I seen Sasaki knock an old boy out, so he could crack. What do y'all think? 50-50 fight or Norman Jr.?
It's
Norman
50-50.
Jr. power.
He do got power.
I don't know. I'm not big on the Norman
I
dude,
think
but
that's the
I think
only
he
thing.
can win though.
I low-key want
They
Norman Jr.
they
to
talk
win so
about
they could
Norman
do the
Jr.
boots.
Boots gone.
No, Boots left. He left.
He could go up though.
Boots left.
I mean,
They talked about it today. Boots left. He went to 154.
he need to unify though. The Norman, if he win, he got to unify. He should unify.
Oh, so Boots going up to 54 to get some smoke with Virgil? Or who's he gonna face up there? There ain't no big names like that.
Gotta be Virgil. Gotta
Gotta
get
be
that
Virgil.
Boots and Virgil squabble.
Is Virgil a champion?
Yeah.
They said Virgil about to rematch Boacek.
Hey, I think
Nah.
Boacek won that fight with
He
Virgil. I think that was a
did.
robbery.
Yeah.
He dropped
Nah,
Virgil.
Virgil pulled it out. Virgil pulled it out for
Nah,
me.
you being biased, bro. You being biased. I know you like Virgil. You know, I like
Yeah,
Virgil
Virgil
too,
lost that
but
fight.
Okay,
Virgil
other
won
than the
that fight.
knockdowns, Virgil won every round. And he hurt Boachuk.
Hell no.
He got two knockdowns. He got knocked down 2 times.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, forget about the knockdowns. He won the rest of the rounds. So, like, do the math.
How you gonna forget about knockdown?
No, that's what I'm saying. I gave Boachuk he got 4 points. He got those 2 rounds, right? And those are 10-8 rounds. But the
So
other
he only.
rounds,
So you
10-9
saying
for
he only
Virgil.
won 2 rounds?
On my scorecard, yeah.
Get the hell out of here. This dude's crazy. He won like. Damn, I
And
can't remember that
but
fight.
Virgil made up for okay, let's say that was a 50-50 fight. That wasn't no robbery. That was a close fight. It could have gone either way. Can we agree on that? It wasn't a robbery.
Yeah,
I
but
can agree with
most
that.
people have Virgil losing. Excuse me.
Okay, let's go with your guys'
Most people have
logic that
Virgil
it,
losing.
oh, okay, let's go with that logic. Virgil beat Madrimov better than Bud. So
What does
I
that
mean,
mean? What does
what
that
does
mean?
that
He
no
ducked Bud. What does that mean?
no
What? No,
Virgil
no. I'm
showed
asking the question. You just answer it.
what's the question? I can't hear you, bro.
He didn't show anything. Don't do the triangle theory.
What you mean?
There is
He
no need to do a triangle. There is no
ain't no
need to do
trying.
a triangle theory. We see. Listen, let me finish explaining. This is a triangle theory because what you said was he beat Madrimov. Then you brung up Bud. That's triangle. That's a triangle. 3 people. That's a triangle theory. No need to do the triangle theory. Let's just stick with the facts. You can say whatever you want, but don't use the
Yeah, I didn't
triangle
say
theory.
Virgil would beat Bud. I didn't say that either.
But
you
I'm
saying he
saying
looked
I just said
better
he
than
looked more
what?
impressive.
But I
after,
mean,
after
anybody that fight.
after he saw the blueprint, of course you'll look more impressive.
That's what I was about to
We
say.
see the same thing. Yeah, people could say the same thing about when people try to say Bud with what's his name? The European guy. No disrespect.
Kavyaskis?
No, Kel Brook. They could say that. They could try to say that. They could try to say the Sean Porter thing, but no, it doesn't make it right or wrong. He just won the fight. It was a totally different fight. And Madrimov is still saying that he was sick, but that doesn't matter. I don't care about that part. But the truth of the matter is, Madrimov did not fight the same fight that he's been fighting all this time with Bud, because he knew what was going to happen. That's it. That's my point. Now you could go with the Virgil. Virgil did a very good job on Madrimov, but in the
Yeah,
first
he
three
did his
rounds,
thing.
he got destroyed. But in the first 3 rounds, Madrimov destroyed him because that's one of the things that people been discussing. I don't know where you guys are or what you guys are into on the Discord. They were showing it a couple of days how Madrimov destroyed him round 1, 2, and 3. He got a hold of him after a while though. Virgil got a hold of him after a while. He might have gassed. But yeah,
But hey,
I understand that.
did Virgil even drop Bohachuk? Did he drop? I don't remember. Did he drop Bohachuk in that fight even one time?
No, but he had him buzzed
No.
a couple of times.
That's why I think it's a robbery, man. Bohachuk won that fight. I watched it. I don't remember every round, but I know he dropped them like twice. And Virgil ain't look how he usually look. You know, Virgil usually get dudes out of there quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I hope the rematch does happen.
Oh shit.
So you know, we can see who the better fighter is.
Some people were
But
saying it was probably a weight thing too.
yeah, it's possible.
Like he just went up to that weight. And that was it. That was his first fight at that weight, was it? Or am I wrong?
At 150, 154?
Yeah.
Nah, I think it was like his I think it was like his
because he fought
second or
that one
third.
guy and he knocked him out like in the second round or something.
Yeah, some guy named Thomas Delorme and Frederick Lawson.
Oh yeah, those guys.
So
don't count.
Bohachuk was his third fight at 154.
That was mad disrespectful of me. I said those guys don't count, but they all count. They all count.
Yeah, man. But
Marco ain't got nothing to say. Marco's on the phone.
that Boots and Virgil fight, that's gonna be a good fight, man.
Who y'all got?
It should.
Boots,
should.
Kale.
Gotta go with Boots, man. But it's
Why?
gonna be close though.
Why
it's
are we
gonna be
going
close.
Why are we going with Boots?
I'm going with Boots because
I'm
I'm a
just asking
fan of
questions.
Boots. For me, it's Boots
Okay.
over everybody. I would pick Boots against Bud, me personally.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I rock with Boots. You know, just like how Alberto rock with Virgil and you know who he rock with. You know, I rock with Boots. You feel me? Boots over everybody, man. Boots over Bud, Errol Spence, Virgil, Madrimov, all them dudes. I got Boots over them.
Okay. Yeah.
But I can't believe there's
that's
people
good.
that think
means you
Devin
being a
Haney can
loyal
beat
fan.
Boots. Like
Or
that's
whatever
crazy
the
to
case
me,
may be.
bro.
Mm.
And I'm saying that and I rock with Devin Haney, but people really think Haney could beat Boots?
No, they don't believe that. They don't really believe that Haney could beat Boots. What they want to do is just stir up an argument. Like, but Boots.
He too small for Boots.
Yeah, I agree. I know Haney's happy that
Wow.
Boots is moving up though. And I think Haney would feel more confident
great
fighting Brian
job
Norman
versus
Jr.
Stanionis, but Stanionis.
Yeah, they about the same size.
Yeah, that'll be a more even fight.
Hey, Wavy, Haney's out of options for real. Who y'all gonna fight?
That's a good question, man.
Yeah, but see,
we could fight. You know, we could squabble Hitchens. We can get it with Hitchens. Obviously, you know, Teofimo Lopez. He don't want that smoke. You know, he pulled out of the fight.
That's a good one.
He's a duck.
But they disrespect the pitches right now.
I got the perfect fight for Devin Haney at 147. Let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get Devin Haney versus Keith One-Time Thurman next. What y'all think about that at
It's not a bad
147?
fight. He had 54 though.
That's what I'm saying. Keith, he would have to come back down to 147.
He ain't gonna boil down the 47 for Haney, bro. Unless Turkey paying for it.
Nope.
It's a big fight though. That's a money fight.
Hey, can Marco hear us?
That's a legacy fight.
Yeah, Marco,
Nah,
but I think he got us on mute because he's on the phone, personal phone call.
Oh, don't Marco look like Stewie from Family Guy, all grown up, all grown up with a drinking problem?
Yeah, Monk.
Hey, you gotta tell Marco that when he get off the phone.
No, man, I'm not trying to get kicked
Marco
off.
about to kick him off the stream.
Yeah, he gonna kick you.
Stewie Griffin is crazy, bro. That's wild.
I'm grown up with a drinking problem. Punching the bang on heavy.
You on the phone with Joe Budden?
Stewie.
Hey, somebody in the comments said Haney versus Karen. What y'all think about that?
Karen is doing
No,
bad.
yeah, real
No,
bad,
what about
real bad.
Stanionis?
But nobody don't want to see that, and nobody don't want to say that.
Woo! Stanny,
He's a fight.
yeah.
Yeah, fight Stanionis.
Y'all talking
Yeah.
about Karen from the
Like
TikTok
nobody.
videos?
Nah, Karen that gave Boots trouble.
Nah, y'all know more
Karen,
about boxing than me, man.
Karen and Stanionis would be a tough fight for Haney. That's
you
a
know,
tough fight.
the thing about Haney is Haney still can run.
Yep, we just don't know how his chin is. We don't know how his chin is gonna react to getting hit clean on that chin. You know, Haney could be like Amir Khan after he took that first knockout. You know,
Man.
But you know what? That Haney got all the fans. Haney got some of the best fans. Like they're delusional in some ways. Like not all of them, but some of them are very delusional. Like
facts.
they I think that Haney is a good fighter. I think that what people projected Haney to be, he's really not. That's what I think, and I stand on it. He always fought against people that were smaller and things like that, and it seemed like that seemed to be the narrative and stuff that has been pushed, but it actually is true. Like what's the name was smaller than him? When he fought him, and people
Linares.
talk about that knockdown. He should have knocked Regis. No, he should have knocked Regis Prograde out.
He could have.
He should have stopped him.
He should have stepped on the gas. He could have because he dropped him like twice. He dropped him. He could have stopped Regis if he would have just applied more pressure.
Yeah,
Bro,
but he didn't.
So he probably always be
drop
scared to
him.
get hurt.
He didn't drop him from power. He dropped him from him being off balance, which is what happened to him the fight before when he was fighting against that other guy, and he fell, and the guy didn't even hit him, just off of being off balance.
Regis got the worst feet.
Yeah,
He is tough with it.
But his footwork did look bad in that fight. But Haney, I ain't gonna lie, that was a good performance by Haney though. That Regis fight was. I remember he called out Tank right after that, and Tank didn't even speak on the fight. Tank just quiet.
Wavy. Haney couldn't even hurt a small Loma, and dude outweighed him by like 20 pounds on the day of the fight.
Well, bro,
what you think Tank would have did to him?
I don't know why y'all keep doing that because, like, I mean, Haney's not a knockout artist, bro. Like, that's not his style. You know,
Wavy. That's my point. Dude wasn't hurting people when he was weight bullying at 35 and 40. What you think's gonna happen to him at 47 now that he's fighting guys that are his actual size?
Hold on. Wait. He did hurt Loma because after the fight, Loma went to the hospital because his ribs was messed up. So he did hurt Loma. He was going.
Bro, that's protocol. That's the same bullshit Bill tried to pull.
It's a fact.
That's protocol, bro. You think he hurt Jose Ramirez then? That's protocol by the New York State Athletic Commission.
Two different fights, bro. If you look at the fight with Haney and Loma, he was going to the body the entire fight, which is why he won 7 out of the 12 rounds. He clearly won 7 out of the 12 rounds in that fight.
He lost that fight.
I had Haney winning 7 out of 12 against Loma. I watched the fight like 5 times.
Nah, he definitely didn't win that fight.
He did. More active, landed more shots into the body.
He didn't win that fight. Why didn't he rematch Loma?
What's the point? He won by unanimous decision.
Because he made out like a thief in the night.
Rematch for what? He won by unanimous decision, bro.
He won by the money.
Judges said it was unanimous decision, dog. Ain't no point in getting a rematch, bro.
9 out of 10 people that talk about the fight say that Loma won the fight, bro.
My thing is too. Why didn't
Loma won the fight?
Why didn't he stay at 35?
9 out of 10 people will tell you that Loma won that fight.
Facts,
he was
Superman.
in the corner talking about, he figured me out. I don't know.
He over there crying to Bill.
What happened?
He was over there crying to Bill for advice. What do I do? What do I do?
He figured me out. Come on,
yeah.
Bro. Like, we know what's the real, what's the
we
fake.
know the truth.
Devin got the belt. Devin's undisputed again. You know
what I'm saying? He got that W though, undisputed. You feel me?
But that was a controversial one, and
definitely was controversial. But tell Tank stop ducking Haney, man. Tell Tank and Teofimo Lopez stop ducking Haney since he's so easy to beat. You know, I wish y'all fighters feel how y'all feel about him. If y'all feel like Haney is not who we say he is, and y'all feel like, you know, the Loma fight was a robbery, then tell your favorite fighter to step up and challenge him, bro.
Do
Why
they
is
have the
Teofimo Lopez ducking Haney? Why he don't want to fight? And it's been 7 years.
do
Because
they
he
have the
doesn't want
same
to.
Why is
do they,
Gervonta Tank Davis
oh, sorry.
why he don't call out Haney for a fight?
Do they have the same feet?
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like,
Do they
tell
have
your
Loma
fighter to
English?
step up. Alberto, you a Teofimo Lopez, right? You a Teofimo Lopez fan, right?
Nah, I mean, I don't care. I mean, dude's talented, but I'm not his fan.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you
I
know,
don't ride for Teal like that. Pause.
yeah, hit Duckafimo up on
But
Twitter.
Wavy,
Yo,
hold on, radio. Wavy, the reason why dudes don't want to fight Haney or Shakur is because they're gonna hurt their market value. If you go out there
how?
and you're part of
Because
like a
because
stinker,
they boring
right?
One of
kind
the
of thing.
biggest, bro.
Because
He's
hold
the
on,
most talked about boxer in the world right now,
hold
bro.
on, Wavy, hold on. Let me land.
For all the wrong
Go
reasons.
ahead.
So if you're part of like, remember De Los Santos Shakur, that hurts your market value if you're a T or a tank, because then you're part of a stinker. They're gonna criticize you that you couldn't chase the
Cut off
dude
the
and
ring.
knock him out.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna say
Yep.
you can't cut off the ring. But if a
Yep.
dude's going in there with the mentality of I'm just coming to survive, I don't care about landing any damage, what can you do at that point?
Well, you got a point, right? But let's be fair. That was the first fight that Haney did that, and he's coming off of a fight where he got dropped 4 or 5 times. So obviously, you know, he was a little hesitant to get hit, right?
Is that
So
true?
my thing is this, right? You know, Haney changed his style. When you look at the fight with Haney and Lomachenko, right? He changed his style to please the fans because everybody was saying what you just said, that he keeps running and he just jabs, right? So he changed his style 2 times. He did it against Loma and he did it against Ryan Garcia, and he paid for it, right? He had a performance against Loma, very controversial. A lot of people feel like he lost. And then you look at the fight with Ryan, you know, he lost before we found out about the Osterring stuff. So you can't really blame Haney for fighting how he wants to fight because no matter what he does, bro, y'all not gonna be satisfied. You're gonna find a way to complain about his performance. So I think he should do what's best for him. Now, if he continues to fight how he did against Ramirez, then you know nobody's gonna want to fight him. Nobody's gonna want to chase him around the ring. But no matter what he does, bro, if he changes his style to please you, the people are still gonna hate on him, bro. The man's the most hated guy in boxing right now. It is what it is, man.
Who fought is that? Who fought is that?
Bill Haney,
Of course it is. It's Bill
dude
Haney.
talks too much.
It's Bill Haney's fault. I used to like Devin Haney more until I started seeing him making all of those bad comments and acting tough and going to the carnival and doing all of this stuff. Like, nah, bro.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat though. Y'all keeping it real with the you know, they saying they like the Haney and Loma fight, and a lot of people went back and watched that fight
That's a
and
great
said
fight.
that Haney won. I've heard a lot of people say they thought Loma won when they saw it live, and then when they went back and watched the replay, they feel like Haney won 7 out of the 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all gotta understand that Haney hate, that's a cancer, bro. Y'all gotta get that hate out of your heart. Now, if you really just don't like Haney, that's cool, but a lot of y'all just hating on the man because you don't like his dad, bro. Let's keep it real,
We
bro.
really don't like Haney.
You know what I'm saying?
We really don't like Devin Haney.
We don't
I
like Haney,
know,
bro.
I know, and that's cool, bro. I got fighters I don't like. That's cool, bro. I respect that, bro.
But it's
For
because
sure.
of the stuff that he has done, like, and his father.
Okay,
You
so
can't
what? Let
knock
me ask you
somebody
this:
touch-
what has
Go ahead.
Devin done? I know. Bill talks a lot of shit. You know, he supported his son. Shout out to Bill. But what has Devin Haney done specifically that you guys though that Alberto and you don't like?
He a front runner. His whole career has been like manufactured to look good on paper, but if you look at it, he's bringing up dudes from like 2 weight classes below, or he's fighting old dudes. Like that shit, it looks good on paper, but he's not who he says he is.
My bad,
He's the
guys.
worst undisputed champion.
Who?
Yo, Alberto,
Haney.
you're such a hater, bro. You sound
Bro, that's
so
a fact.
crazy, man.
That's a
So okay,
fact.
so who in Haney's division has a better resume than Haney? Let me know right now.
Let Marco pay the bills. I think he got a super chat.
Yeah, thank you. Turney Bailey. Let me hit him with the customary.
Thank you. Come again.
I know who's doing the slurping.
Nobody wants
Well,
to
we still on
see
the slip.
the four queens. Who are the
Yeah,
four
y'all
queens?
have been here. I know.
Hold on, guys. Let me get the super chat out. No one wants to see the four queens fight. Who are the four queens? They had a chance in New York. The card was horrible. Let's see Ben, Norman, some new people. No hate. Who are the four queens? Who's he talking about?
Talking
Ryan,
about Devin,
Tank,
Shakur,
Devin.
T.O. Tank.
Oh, I mean, those fights have lost a lot of luster, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They
But-
have. You
But
know,
to answer Stay Wavy, I think T.O. got his resume up there with Devin.
Okay, now with that being said, right now you bringing up a guy that lost to George. We beat George
That's his
twice.
only come on.
No, don't say that, bro. We
And he
George.
beat-
Hold on, wait, big dog, wait. We beat George twice while he was still undefeated when he beat your mans, bro. Okay, so what? Who else? Keep going.
But look, he beat Loma when he was in his prime though. Convincingly, you feel me? No stipulations.
I think Loma was the same fighter against Haney. I don't see no
Get the
difference.
hell out of here.
You think he slowed down when he fought Haney?
No.
He wasn't more, you know what I'm saying? Like he was close to his prime, but he wasn't in his prime.
What you think, Marco?
which one? What are you asking exactly?
Do you think Loma against Haney was like a worse version of himself than when he fought Tio? Or was he the same?
Same. No,
don't know.
I don't know. Actually, it's hard to tell because Loma looked. It's hard to
That's
tell.
after he had to go to war and all that stuff.
He
He
looked
wasn't
less aggressive against Tio. But is that because Tio was making him
I
less
agree.
aggressive? Or is it because he was just, it's hard to tell. Tio,
Right.
though, Tio to me, even against Cambosis, Tio looked like he was trying, but he was just, and then turns out after.
And T.O. beat Josh Taylor that beat the dude that Devin went up to 140 to go fight. So
Hey, but the same thing you're saying about George, I can say that about Josh Taylor because since he lost to Tio, he just lost to Jack Catterall and Eco assuming.
that was after T.O. beat him.
Right, it's the same thing. Like, it's Josh Taylor who we thought he was because Jose Ramirez, he been losing. Like that's who we give credit to Josh Taylor. He
lost
Jose
to the dude
Ramirez.
that T.O. beat. That T.O. just beat. So come on, bro.
So, bro, that's being biased, bro. So you're not giving Haney credit for his George win, but you're giving Tio credit for a Josh Taylor win.
Josh Taylor I get bro was undisputed, but he was the Ring Magazine champ and he had a belt. So what you mean?
All right, bro.
Like you feel me? Hitchens just did come on, bro. Cambosis, come on. He's nowhere near Josh Taylor level.
So what about Regis Prograde? What about that? What about that win?
I mean, I think a lot of people would have beat him. But I give him his credit, he had a belt.
All right.
Well, listen, guys, I gotta wrap this up. I hate to do it, but I will. Let me hit this. But I will be back tonight. CJ, entertaining pal. Wait, let me hit him. Let me hit CJ with his favorite sound effect.
Tutti frutti.
First one. That's only because he likes it, not because I'm saying he's tutti frutti. And of course, this one.
Open your fucking ears, jackass.
Entertaining channel, diverse opinions. Won't get into my conspiracy theory.
Dude's a clown, Marco.
We know it's you, dude.
Wait, I don't. What the fuck does that mean? Slurspiracy.
He trying to be on
Because
bullshit.
somebody was slurping a Slurpee or something.
Oh,
That was wavy.
Alberto, you over there practicing, bro?
I know.
That was wavy.
You over there slurping and practicing, gang?
It was either Wavy or Alberto.
No, that was wavy,
that
Marco.
was
You know,
Alberto.
dude's gonna
That
put
was
smut
right.
on my name.
That was Alberti, man. He over there looking at pictures of Tio
No.
slurping.
I
Practicing.
know exactly who it was. I know exactly who it
Who
was.
was it, Unc?
I'm gonna tell you, when y'all were talking when Marco was off, I was looking at all the boxes because I wasn't saying nothing. But he would his picture would flash because you wanna know who it was? It was a dude under me. I don't know your name, bro,
Yeah,
but
it
you
was
just-
Gia.
No.
you just
Oh, buddy with the braids?
On everything I
Dude
love.
was slurping up.
Yayan, just come clean.
trying to sneak.
Just come clean
Yeah.
over it. Was it you?
I'm just say this. Every time the slurping noise went on, somebody wasn't talking. I'm just say that.
You guys are goofy. All right. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys tonight.
Dude's homeless.
All right, y'all. Salute.
Later, y'all.
All right, so.
All right.